All right, hello and welcome to our basic session of our nitric oxide release training. If you are using bands, we've already added air. A couple of things we're going to be using in class today. You can have a spot to sit down. I'll be demoing some seated rows from the chair. You're also welcome to do a bent over row or sit on the ground. And then also later on, we're going to be doing some step ups. So just like a step stool or a staircase in your house. Those options will work well. If you don't have a step up and you feel confident with lunging, that's also a possibility from there. All right. So anyway, sorry, I just had a text coming through about someone trying to get connected. We'll go ahead and get started here. Come on up to standing to get started. All right, so some ankle rolls first, working a little bit of balance. Draw your belly in, squeeze the shoulders back, coming off onto single leg support, and going and rolling that ankle around about 5 to 10 times, keeping your hips nice and balanced, shoulders squeezed back, and then changing directions. Roll that foot the other way. We're going to keep the hips nice and level. Hey, Amy, welcome. And then same thing, other side. Set that foot down, draw everything up, and now we're getting ready for some monster walks this morning, a little bit of walk the line options. And then as mentioned, you're going to have like a long band. We'll be using either a seated or a bent over row as our second exercise. All right, once you finish ankle rolls on that side, just a quick warm up of the hips, some hip circles. 3 to 5 times one direction. And then taking it the other way, 3 to 5 times the other direction. All right, fantastic. From here, we're going to get rolling right into it with our monster walk forward and back. So you're going to take a nice wide base stance to draw your belly in. You're going to come down to a little quarter squat. And then from here, we're just going to walk it out. Staying low, heel to toe, toe to heel. And then if you're comfortable to walk backwards, ball the foot into the heel. Or just turn around and keep it forward. Good. We've got a minute here. First round, we're going to be going forwards and backs. Round 2, we'll be working some lateral walks. Staying nice and low. Stomach drawn in, shoulders squeezed back. That's 30 seconds in. Halfway there. So in this walk, you have a nice wide base stance. And be playful with it. Smile a little bit. Just rolling through. Keep that midline strong. Small bend of the knees. We've got our bent over or seated row next. I'm going to be using a band. Final 10 seconds. Making the way back to the start. And 2, 1. Come on up and shake it out. All right, you can sit down on the floor if you're comfortable with that, or join me seated. It's going to be a double arm row. Just get my thing tangled up. So that bent over option would be bending over just like so. For this basics class, we're going to show that seated option. So once you come into position, sitting up nice and tall, arms reach out, and then draw them back. Forward reach, backwards row. Breathing in as you reach forward, breathing out as you draw back. Good. Nice long chest position. Good, great position. You can pause in that back position or really focus on that mid-back strength and postural work here. Nice long arms as you reach forward. Draw it back and down. We're going to go into a squat practice or our sit-stand next. 10 more seconds on this row. And 2, 1. Go ahead and take a pause. You can set that band down. I'm going to continue to demo from the chair. If you know your regular squats, that's great too. Set those feet about hip width apart. Draw your stomach in. And then when you're ready, sending those hips back, standing tall. Nice. We've got a full minute to practice this here. So pace yourself throughout. Anytime you need a little bit more rest, you're welcome to take it. We're going unweighted on this first round. And then our bicep curl is going to be our next exercise. On the first round, I'm going to demo with the band. If you have light dumbbells that you'd like to use in place of a band, that works great. I'm going to show those on round 2. Good. Just over halfway on these squats. Feet planted, eyes up, chest nice and tall. Keep breathing. Great work. 10 seconds left. And 2, 1, go ahead and take a pause. All right, if you're gonna use the band, that got me warm. You're gonna stand on the band. So I'll stand on one foot. This is the bicep curl next. Hand to the side, draw those elbows in, and then when you're ready, simply curling up and in. Yep, curl and extend. Nice broad chest. It's our final exercise of our first circuit, and then we're going to go back to those monster walks. All the way extended with those elbows, and then curl as deep as you can, palms towards your chest and shoulders. Excellent. That's 30 seconds, another 15. All the way down, all the way up. Good, so I want to stay nice and level, shoulders stacked over the hips, chin in. And 2, 1, go ahead and take a rest. All right, you can set that band to the side. Going to go back into those monster walks next. And now we're going to be working laterally. So draw the belly in, come down to that like defensive stance, and we'll step to the side. You can open the arms as you step wide. You can open that chest as well. Good. If you get tired in this bent over position, just simply stand up for a second, take a break, and then come back in. Being our basics class, we keep it moving a little bit slower, but if anybody wanted to have a faster tempo, you could do like a side shuffle here, a grapevine, lots of different options. Halfway through. Very good. Continue to draw that belly in, nice flat back in this crouched position. Fantastic, 15 seconds left. We're gonna go back to our squat practice next. I'm gonna be using the back of the chair this time to look to get a little bit deeper with those squats. All right, make your way back to the start. 2, 1, and rest. I'm sorry, I lied, I got out of order. Bent over or seated row with a band is our second exercise. We're gonna give a break on those legs. All right, so grab your band. See if you can put her on the other foot, and then when you're ready, reaching forward, drawing back. Breathe in, breathe out as you pull that band close to your body. Excellent. You can add a little pause in the back or just keep those pulses moving. Wonderful exercise for that mid-back, for those shoulders. Keeping the chest nice and broad, avoid that forward shoulder position. That's 30 seconds, another 15 here, and then we'll get into our squats. If you want to use a light weight this round, you're welcome to do that. Otherwise, I'm going to be focused on helping you get a little bit deeper in your squat. 2, 1, and resting there. Nice job. Coming back to standing. Take it out. So we're going to go a little bit deeper in the squats. If you know how to get deeper, feel free. Otherwise, use an assist. Here we go. When you're ready, keeping your feet anchored down, you can hold on and then pull yourself up. So it's going to slow it down just a little bit to get all the way down there. As you get warmer, pulling down, driving up, use the arms as much as you need. We want to keep all those joints open. Drive those knees wide. And then stay strong through the belly. You generate that force by pushing your feet into the floor, driving down, standing tall. Good job. If you don't need to hold on, then reach those arms straight out, or some of you are holding weight now. That's fantastic. We'll add some weight on round 3 for the demonstration. Woo! Keep that breathing going. About 10 seconds left, and then we're back to that bicep curl. End of set 2. And 2, 1, go ahead and transition. So you're welcome to use the band again. On round 2, I'm going to go to dumbbells. Check in with your feet, toes pointing forward, stomach drawn in, elbows at the sides. 2, 1, here we go. So curl and extend. Nice. No sway back posture, just nice and tall. Chin level, looking forward. Curl them in as far as you can. And then look to all the way, bring those elbows into full extension in the bottom. Good. Sometimes our elbows will want to wing wide, so keep them pulled in tight to the sides. Whew, feeling that burn. We're over halfway. About 15 seconds left. Good. Just a nice gentle smile as you move. One or two more. Up, down, and there's our 45. Fantastic. Set the weights down. And now when we go back to that last round of balance work, I'm going to take you through the walk the line. So shoulders back and down. Imagine you're on a balance beam. You're going to step one foot in front of the other. A little bit taller this time. Those of you that might want the extra challenge with your balance, you can close the eyes. And then depending upon your comfort, you can either walk backwards or walk the line backwards. Ball the foot into the heels. Yeah, good. Just a little balance check there. Come back in when you need or when you're ready. Continue to rest those arms. Feel free. Just get a little bit of a break off the legs by staying tall. One foot directly in front of the other. We're over halfway. Another 30 seconds left. Nice. Good. Maybe a couple more steps, 10 seconds. Boop, boop, boop. And 3, 2, 1, and take a pause. Nice work. Seated row or bent over row. I'm going to show you the bent over version on this last round. I'm going to stick with the band. I'm going to stand on that band, draw the stomach in and have that nice long spine as I come into position. 2, 1, here we go. And then just like when we're seated, both elbows draw up and back. You want that head to be nice and neutral. So once you don't need to look at your screen, chin in, look straight down towards that floor. And just watch the tendency for your head to drop forward. Try to engage those muscles on the front of the neck. Draw that chin in, looking straight down. And as always, sync that breathing. Breathing in on the forward reach. Breathing out as you row. Kind of imagine your shoulder blades like these triangles that sit on the back of the rib cage. We want to try to bring those triangles together. Or at least imagine as if they're coming close into that mid back, squeezing them in towards the spine. 1 or 2 more. And rest. Good job. Stand it up. Shake it out. Final round of squats coming up next. If you feel like you can hold some weight, you can either raise that weight up in front or I'm going to hold it right underneath the chin. Slight toe out. And when you're ready, here we go. Knees push out. Chest tall. You're holding weights. Push those elbows up and forward. Fantastic. Breathe through it. Keeping those heels planted. Also, notice how you sit back into those heels. Sometimes those big toes will try to flare up. Push them into the floor. Awesome. This is our third and final round here of the squatting. So keep breathing through it. We're over halfway. As always, anytime you need a pause, just take a break. Listen to your body. 45 seconds done. 15 seconds left. Great work. Couple more. And there's our time. Awesome work. Final set of bicep curl. So you can either use that band or back to the dumbbells. I'm going to go back to the band on the last round. Standing on one end or on the center, all the way up, soft bend those knees. And when you're ready, curl in and extend. Good. Strong arms. First 15 seconds done. Excellent. There you go. After this exercise, we're going to be transitioning into our step ups, and we also have some overhead work and our last circuit. So an alternating overhead press or reach. If you have even dumbbells to hold, that's ideal. All right, we're almost there on those curls. 2, 1, and take that rest. Nice job. Let's grab a drink, shake out those arms, and then you're going to want to get your, either move yourself to a staircase, grab a step stool, or as mentioned, if you're comfortable with lunging, you could also sub a lunge. You don't have anywhere to step up onto. All right, we're going to be doing 45 seconds all on one leg, and then 45 seconds on the other. And then as mentioned, we're going to be doing some overhead work as our third exercise. All right, I'll talk you through it as we move. If you know this, just join me when you're ready. Step ups first. Shoulders back and down, one foot on the stool, either holding on or reaching out, coming up to standing, controlling down. You're going to take that foot off the step and then right back up, staying on one side of the body. After 45 seconds on this one side, we'll switch. Some areas of concern or areas of focus. First, what's happening at the ankle? You want to push that big toe down into your step as able, driving through the heel. Try to grip that foot to keep that arch engaged. If the ankle drops, then we tend to lose that alignment through the knee. And then up the chain, next we watch the knee. Don't let it dive in on the up or the down. 1 or 2 more, and then we'll switch legs. And there's that 45. Nice work. Shake it out, just a short rest. Standing up nice and tall, same thing other side. And here we go, second leg, pull through. Squeeze your tush as you come all the way up to standing. So we watch the ankle, we watch the knee, and then the hip. Sometimes those hips will tend to kick out. So the more you engage that midline, drawing your belly up and in, the more support you're going to give to all those joints down your chain. Excellent. Reach those arms out, keeping your eyes looking straight ahead. Super. 30 seconds in, 15 seconds left. We're getting ready for that overhead work next. I'm going to demo the first round without any weights. If you tend to be stiff in your shoulders or you don't have light weights, you just make a fist and follow me. All right, take a pause there. Make sure you have a clear space. Set those feet about hip width apart. Either grab some light weights or simply make some fists with the hand. And then when you're ready, we're going to reach one arm up and then the other. Especially if you don't have any weights, you kind of use it as a little bit of a stretch, just lightly side bending. If you do have weights, I'd stay more straight up and down. Just a soft bend in the knees. And then breathe as you flow through here. Try to elevate one shoulder up towards the ear and then the other. Elbows point forward as you bring them down. Good. And sometimes we can't reach right up to overhead. If you can't reach up to overhead, then maybe you're reaching a little bit more in front of the face. Definitely recommend to keep it very light or unweighted if that's the case. But ideally, you want to imagine that we've got an apple tree directly overhead and we're trying to reach up for those apples. Last one. And shake it out. All right, nice job. Set those weights down. Grab a quick drink. And we're going to be doing a little bit of stretching. And we'll be right back to it. Behind the back stretch. Nice wide base stance. Draw that stomach in. Extend your arms. Breathe here. And then just a long spine. If you feel okay to bow forward a little bit, pull those arms up, bow the head down. 1 or 2 nice deep breaths and come back up. Awesome. Go ahead and make your way back to your step stool. We're going to get started here in about 15 seconds. Round 2. Eyes up. Try to start on your non-dominant side. So if you have a leg that gives you trouble, we're going to go on that side first. Here we go. Pick it up, pulling all the way up to standing and back and down. Wonderful. Good alignment through the hips and knees. Squeeze that tush coming all the way up to standing. And you know your body, if you want to move faster, if you want to move a little bit slower. 45 seconds of work. Those of you wearing bands, we're going to take the air out after we finish our second leg. So stay focused. Listen for my cue there. Awesome. Sometimes our step's not big enough for our whole foot, but if you can't get that full foot up there, drive down, pull tall. 2, 1, and pause. Great job. We'll take 10 seconds and then same thing, second leg. Ready? Begin. Anytime you need more rest, just take it, rest a little bit longer. We're on our second of 3 times through this circuit. Air is going to come off after this leg. Nice work. Up and down, building some endurance. Keeping that strength to stand tall. Reach those arms out, help encourage that chest to stay upright. Watch those hips. Almost there. Woo! And 2, 1. Everybody pause. Great job. If you're wearing those bands, go ahead and hit your little nozzles. Take some of that air out. Arms as well. And then we're back to our overhead reach. Or if you have some light to moderate weights you can use, go ahead and grab those now. Feet just underneath the hips, toes pointing forward. When you're ready, one arm up and then the other arm up. You can either pause in the bottom or you can start to sync these where when one's pressing up, the other one's lowering down. Now flex that lower body, squeeze the tush, flex the thighs, keep those ribs down in front. Nice. It's our 30-second mark, 15 to go. And then we're going to go right into our final round and give time at the end for our cool down stretch. 2, 1, and rest. If you're a little bit more fatigued today, just take this last round off and join us on the cool down. Otherwise, we're going to go back those step ups here in 10 seconds. Back to your non-dominant leg. Nice deep breath. And when you're ready, here we go. Standing tall and back down. Perfect. Squeeze the glutes, come all the way up to that tall stance. Nice. I'm also thinking about those same exercise, those same muscles that we used on that seated row. As I stand tall, I squeeze my glutes, I squeeze those shoulders back. Keep the chest nice and open. Awesome. 10 seconds to go. Good. Final time. And short break. Nice job. We'll take 10 seconds and then we'll finish out that second leg. And here's we go. Up and down. Squeezing the back of the body, squeezing the shoulders. Give me a nice smile. Good. Got some different arm variations going. I like it. Feel free to use your creativity. Move your body in a way that feels beneficial to you. Shoulders are burning. Just reach them out, pulling them down and in. 30 seconds done. Final 15 seconds here on these step ups. Go ahead and do 1 or 2 more. And rotating to that overhead reach. If you've been fatigued or stiff in that upper body, maybe go unweighted this time. Otherwise, grab those weights. Check in with your feet, toes pointing forward, midline nice and neutral. And as soon as you're ready, one up, the other one down. If you've got a little bit heavier weights, you want to use a little bit of assist from the legs, you can turn it into what we call a push press. So a little knee flexion and then drive from there. Wonderful. Very good. Elevating that weight right over top of the head. There's 30 seconds, final 15. Keep breathing, breathing out as you push up, breathing in as you lower. And 2, 1, and everybody rest. Woo! Great job. Give yourself a little round of applause. Shake out that upper body. Shake the tush. Just bounce it up and down. Shake it all out. And then some gentle arm swings side to side. All right, fantastic. From here, we're going to take a seat in the chair. We're going to do our mid-back rotations. Open up that mid-back, open up that chest. So on the edge of the seat, sitting up nice and tall, draw that shoulder back as you bring the hand behind the head. Opposite hand on the inner knee. Breathe in, bring that elbow across the body towards that opposite thigh. Sit as tall as you can, breathing out as you draw that elbow back, carrying over that shoulder. 5 times total. Breathing in, lowering down, breathing out, opening through that chest. So you can breathe in and out through the nose here, or in through the nose, out through the mouth. Pause on that 5th one, holding that open position, and release. Great job. Same thing, opposite side. Elbow draws back, breathing in, and breathing out. Push into that knee, peering over that shoulder. Good opening for the chest. Mobility for that mid-back. We tend to lose that ability to rotate through that rib cage. And then we tend to overcompensate in the low back and the neck. So keep that rib cage flowing. Final time. And rest. So 2 choices here. You can either sit tall and do your tricep stretch here, or if you want to join me standing, we'll add the hip flexor to it as well. So if you're going to join me standing, the foot that's back is going to be the arm that's going to reach up. Shift the hips forward, squeeze the glute, and then bend that elbow. Chin in, reaching around, pulling that elbow back. And then we want to just have a nice gentle glide forward to that trail hip. Trying to squeeze the tush. You can even take that body, bend towards that front leg. Good. Come out of it one time. Rest those arms down. Same thing, same side. Reaching up, bending that elbow. And now the hips shift forward. Bend your torso towards that front leg. If you feel like you can rotate a little bit, peer up towards the ceiling, past the elbow you're stretching. Wonderful, and release. Same thing, other side. Stagger the legs, draw that stomach in, raise that arm up, bend the elbow, squeeze the tush, and side bend here. Good, come out of it once. Rest those hands for a second. Last time, reaching up, hip shift, bend that elbow, grab that elbow, side bend, and rotate the head if you feel. And shake it out from there. Fantastic. All right, friends, just some nice big arm circles, and that concludes our session for today. Check in with your body. Anything else that you're feeling that you might want to add in? Otherwise, stay hydrated, keep moving, and I look forward to moving with you next time.